Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here from Geekazine. We're at the Lenovo booth. Just had a nice lunch. We're going to learn about the Lenovo products, including the accessories, the computers, and of course the smart products, which we're going to talk about next. So we'll start here. This is the Lenovo Smart Clock right here. Of course, something for your bedside. It's got a MediaTek 8167S processor at 1.5 gigahertz. It runs Google Assistant and is about 4 inches, IPS resolution of 480 by 800. It is touch compatible and is 2.4 and 5G wireless. On the back, it is USB charge options, so you can plug in your phone and keep this at your bedpost. Next to it is the Lenovo Smart Display. It's what they announced last year, and it's a little bit bigger screen, and of course speakers. So, and of course, also can be on your bedside, or it can be on your desk at work, or anything like that. We'll start with a bevy full of accessories here, including the USB-C powered hub, which has one HDMI 2.0, one VGA port, a single 4K 60 Hz display, USB-C powered base pass-through, and RJ45 gigabit Ethernet. It's going to be available in March. Next up, we have the Yoga Mouse Laser Presenter. So it can be a mouse and it can be a laser presenter. So this thing will twist like that to shift between mouse and presentation mode. So there's presentation mode, it's nice and flat, and mouse mode, we bring a nice little angle so you can move it around a little bit. Integrated class 1 laser pointer, on the fly DPI adjustments, 1600 DPI at the most, and that's a nice 5mm size, and integrated rechargeable battery lasting up to 2 months. It's going to be available in June of 2009. Next up is we have the Lenovo 700 Ultra Portable Bluetooth speaker. It's 11 nanometers thin, which is pretty sweet. Bluetooth 5.0 with NFC connection, up to 2 devices simultaneous. Fast charges in 2 hours, lasts for 8 hours. Easy and quick access to touch controls, IPX2 splash resistant, and compatible with Siri and Google Assistant. This is going to be available in March of 2019. Finally, we have the Lenovo Voice over IP 360 camera speaker, 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second, 4 display modes, or you can turn the camera completely off. You don't need to put anything on top of it. This is where the camera seems to be located here. 360 sound capture with a 6.7-inch radius range, 360 speaker at 6.7 inches, and supports Skype, Amazon Chime, Cisco Jabber, Cisco WebEx, Google Hangout, and QQ. I'm guessing if you also plug it into the computer for another program, you'll be able to use the audio for that. And it's going to be available in April of 2019. This is the Lenovo Legion Y540 15-inch Intel Core processor. It's got a display of 144 Hertz, 15.6-inch, 1920 by 1080, 300 nits display with Dolby Vision HDR 60 Hertz, 15.6-inch FHD at 1920 by 1080. Of course, it's running Windows 10 Home or Pro, it's your choice. It's got up to 32 gigabytes of DDR4, 2666 megahertz memory, and up to 256 gigabytes of PCI SSD storage. Got an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 card and a battery of 52 watts and 57 watts, configurable dependent, and the Harman speakers and Smart Amp with Dolby Atmos. And it's about 5 pounds inside, and it's got 3 USB 3.1 ports, a USB 3.1 Type-C port, HDMI 2.0, and DP with a LAN and 3.5mm audio. So if you're looking for a gaming headset, check out the Legion H500 Pro 7.1 surround sound gaming headset. Driverless 7.1 surround sound audio, dynamic 50mm drivers, retractable noise canceling, microphone, and comfortable ear cup with memorable foam and protein leather. It's available in 2019. All right, what we have here is the Lenovo Yoga A940. It's a fully convertible, high-performance machine, desktop machine for if you need to do audio, video, or even doing some drawing. It can go down, and of course, with the Wacom stylus, you can you have a full touch screen to do your editing and browsing or whatever you need to do with it. It's got a 27-inch UHD display at 3840 by 2160 IPS touchscreen, Dolby Vision 27-inch. It's running Windows 10 Home. It's got memory starting at 8 gigabytes to 32 gigabytes of DDR4. It has 128 gigabytes to 512 gigabytes PCIe SSD storage, and a 1 terabyte to 2 terabyte SATA HD hard drive. AMD Radeon RX 560 is inside here, along with Dolby Atmos speaker system, 3 watts and 5 watts by 2 optional. It's about 32 pounds in size, but of course this is meant to sit on your desktop, not travel with you. 4 USB 3.0 ports, 2 USB 2.0 ports, and a USB 3.1 port. It's got Thunderbolt in it in a 3-in-1 card reader. It's got a LAN, and of course it's got an audio jack for your headphones or your speakers. It's got a precision dial on it here. So of course it's a dual hinge, so you can move from the desktop up to viewing mode. It's got an IR camera and LED lights on it, and comes with a 3-month trial of Adobe software. We got the full line of laptops, including the Lenovo Yoga 730, C730 with AMOLED in here. It's got the 8th generation Intel i7 processor, up to 16 gigabytes of DDR4 and 512 gigabyte PCIe SSD in here. Integrated Intel UHD 620 graphics and a battery targeting up to 8 hours. Next up is we have the Lenovo Yoga S940, also an i7 processor, 13.9-inch contour glass, UHD at 3840 by 2400, and 8 gigabytes or 16 gigabytes DDR3 in here, 256 gigabytes to start to 1 terabyte PCIe SSD. We have the ThinkPad X1 Carbon 7th generation, 8th generation Intel Core with a 14-inch FHD IPS display at 400 nits. And of course we have the ThinkPad X1 Yoga 4th generation laptop here. 8 gigabytes of memory, 16 gigabytes of memory, DDR3, up to 2 terabyte SSD. And it's got the 8th generation Intel Core in here as well. And of course, look at this beast. No more multi-monitors. This is the ThinkVision P44W. It is 43 by 4 inches, has a WVGA borderless 1800R curved screen panel. It's got a gamut of 99% as an sRGB and a max brightness of 450 CD. It's HDR 400 Versa, refresh rate of 144 Hertz. It has resolution of 3840 by 1200, viewing angle of 178 inches. It's got 2 HDMI ports. It's got USB 3.1 Type-C, 2 Type-C USB ports, a Gen 1 and a Gen 2. It's got picture-in-picture and includes HDMI cables, USB-C Type-C cables, and it's going to be available in April of 2019. And so that's some of the cool gear over at Lenovo from CES. Jeffrey Powers with Geekazine. Go over to geekazine.com, youtube.com/Geekazine. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell notification for the next video. We got a lot more great videos coming from CES 2019. So check it all out on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. You get the idea. And of course, we'll see you at the next one. So you guys geek out.